Okay, so we're talking about analytics and data and why that is so important. This is the final piece of the puzzle, the final step. This is video number 6 in my affiliate marketing tutorial. And once you've got everything else set up, something that so many people forget about, including myself at the beginning, is to analyse the data. And the reason that we need to do that is we need to understand what is working in our business and what isn't working. If you don't understand that, then you could be putting a huge amount of effort into things that you may think are working, but they may not be working, or they may not be working as well as you believe them to be. And that's why we need to analyse that data. So I'm going to show you how I analyse the data through the software that I use. I'm going to show you a free version of tracking software that you can use, and I've used in the past. I still have some links in there. So basically it's a link shortener, and you can put links in there, and then I'm going to show you something that I used to use that I don't need to use anymore. So if you don't have the software that I use, or you don't have the ability in your own software to track your your clicks, your data, your open rates, all that sort of stuff, then I'll show you a version of software that I recommend for that. So first, managing the data, we need to be tracking, as we said in previous videos, our follow-up email campaigns. We need to understand our open rates, and that is so that we know if our headlines are working, whether our emails are going to spam. Then we need to be monitoring our click-through rates. So we need to understand, is the copy that we're writing in the emails working? Is it the right type of copy? Is it enticing enough to get people to click on the links within the emails and go and potentially buy the product? So that is one thing. We need to be monitoring where our traffic is coming from. So our previous video was about traffic, and I talked about Facebook and YouTube, using those as two organic, completely free platforms for driving traffic. My two top recommendations for driving traffic for your affiliate offers. But we need to understand what is working in there and what isn't, where our traffic is coming from. And there's a couple of ways we can do that, and I can show you that in platforms as well. And then also, once you get to a bigger scale, you start scaling the business, you may start running ads. You're going to start having links all over the place, doing different things in emails, on YouTube, on Facebook. You may be running things like solo ads, or doing Facebook ads, Google ads, all this sort of stuff, banner ads, everything. But all of this, what you need to do is segregate your links, so you can track where your traffic's coming from. And if you're pumping money, especially into an ad, if you're putting money into that, you need to know if that's giving you returns. So let's jump over to the screen. This is the software that I use, go high level. So with the emails, I've showed this in a previous video on this training series. We're just going into here. This email went off to 207 people, and again, I know that it didn't perform particularly well, but I'm just going to show you, for example. And the reason probably for that was this was a copy and paste email. So it's something that I never recommend you do. I did adapt the email into my own words, but essentially the majority of the copy within that is copied from some marketing material for the product. Just got to wait for this to load up. Okay, so you can see the open rates on this only 5%, and as I said in the email follow-up tutorial I did, if it gets below 10%, then you've got issues. So there's issues with this. Was one. This is not an email, a campaign. So there's no other emails within this. But obviously, if I'm going to run a campaign like this again, then I can use this as data. I can use this to see why it didn't perform that well. If the open rate's not that good, then potentially this headline is not that good, or as I said, because it's a copy and paste from some marketing material, maybe the headline has been overused. That could have driven this email into spam. It could have caused other complications. So, but it's something that I can use in the past, so I won't delete that. I can use that for future reference. So that's how in the software. That's how I'm going to monitor. That's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at my data for my email follow-ups. You've also got delivered and bounced. This is not set up on this campaign, but you want to see if you're getting bounces, because like I said as well previously, I've done a video on how to keep your emails out of spam, because I spent a lot of time trying to get mine out of spam. I had some issues in the past with my emails going to spam, and I spent a lot of time researching that. So we need to know if our emails are bouncing, we need to know if they're delivering, and then we need to know unsubscribes and stuff like that. We need to manage that list, but that's all discussed in the previous training. So the next one is going to be our funnels. Our funnels that we build. We need to track our clicks. So we'll go for this one for now, and on here we can go into stats, and this will show over the last sort of period how many there is. I delete this quite regularly, so it may or may not show us everything. But yeah, a lot of it's been deleted. So you can see with the opt-in, this was over a certain period. But like I said, you can delete all of this data, and it actually removes it completely. Which I learnt my lesson from that. Really, you don't want to be doing that. You can just this is like quite a new feature on here. Before you'd have to delete your to refresh it. But yeah, you can see page views, unique, how many people have opted in to my opt-in page. So it's 18% opt-in. It's not too bad. But then you go on to the next video, and again this would have been probably around the time that I had issues with spam, that this had gone out. So you can see, the first video, out of the 48, it got 46 unique clicks, and quite a few people clicked on it twice, so they watched that video. Second video, third video, fourth video. I think that, like I said, that was probably an issue going to spam, so they probably missed those videos. But anyway, this is where we want to monitor our clicks, our unique clicks are what we want to see, because obviously all the clicks are people clicking on it a second time. We want to see our opt-in rate. And then if you've got sales pages after you're actually selling products, so you've got a sales funnel and stuff, then you can add this in and see the sales. I have got one, so let's see if this shows on here. It would be interesting to look. I don't know if this is I don't know if it's set up properly to show me the. Yeah, so it doesn't show. It doesn't show. Anyway, so that is the next part. So I talked about separating your links. So if you've got something running on Facebook, if you've got something running on YouTube, or something coming from your emails, you want to be able to segregate them. But there's a few ways you can do that. One of the ways that I do it in here is you can go onto here. You can clone the funnel. You can clone the whole funnel. I think you can do it possibly in here. You can clone the funnel and create a completely new funnel. It's exactly the same. Change the URL so you know where it's coming from, and then you can track the links like that, which is very, very simple, because with this software there's no limits to how many funnels you have. I know one of the reasons I come away from ClickFunnels is because you have all these limits, and I had to keep deleting funnels so that I could refresh and put new ones in. This one, it doesn't matter, you can have as many as you want. So with that, you can create a new funnel, and then you can change the URL, and you can track your traffic to that funnel through whatever it is, whether it's ads you're using, or whether you're using that just for your Facebook organic or for your YouTube videos, whatever. There's another way you can do it as well. You can use this free software. It's called Bitly. It's completely free. There are paid accounts, so it's like a freemium model. But for the limitations with this is if you have a link, say like this, a link URL, you can only have, with the free version, you can only have one shortened URL. So again, you can't segregate. So you can only segregate one. So if you've got one funnel and you may want to use that funnel for one other thing, then you can quickly come and put it in here. You can get a shortened Bitly link for it, and then that way you can track. But if you want to create any more traffic sources for that one funnel, then you're not able to do that on the free version of this. So there's the limitations with that. But there's another thing I'm going to show you in one of the programs that I promote, but they all have a similar model. So you can go into so let's go onto build redirects, because I'll be talking about that very shortly. But you can go onto your campaign links and you can create new links. So you can see in here, you can pick whatever link it is. You can select say for YouTube, and it will generate you a URL that you can then track within the program itself. So that's really good. So you can add a new one in here. I've got email, I've got YouTube, I've got Facebook. You know, you can add something like Facebook ad, maybe Facebook ad. So you're going to create another one for if you're running a Facebook ad, and then again you can track it through that way. So it's a nice simple way. You can also do this, like I said, most of the big affiliate programs allow you to do it. I'll move my face out of the way. So we've also got ClickFunnels. If you want to promote ClickFunnels, you can do that. So I'm a non-ClickFunnels user because obviously I've moved over to Go High Level, but I can go in here and again you can do the same thing within here. So you can go and let's go and find this one. So we'll just pick any of the things in here that we want to promote. Okay, I've come out of that last one. There was their page with that one, so it didn't show. But this is your affiliate link, and then you can choose a link. You can do exactly the same thing. So you can choose your affiliate link, and then you can put in there YouTube. And then you're going to get your custom link there, which is then going to show you that it's come from YouTube. But you can turn off all this sort of stuff. So see, with most of these big affiliate programs, they give you the ability to do that. They give you the ability to create custom links. So essentially, you can track through their own platforms where your clicks are coming from. So that's a great way to do it. But once you start growing your business, as I said, you're going to get more and more links all over the place. And if you don't have some decent software, when I first started, I was using ClickFunnels. I used those custom URLs, and I also wanted some more detailed data on where my traffic was coming from. For this, you're going to need some custom software, and the one that I recommend, as I mentioned earlier, is Build Redirect. It's the one that I used at the beginning. At first, when I first signed up, I just didn't see the power in it. I spent a lot of time throwing money into different things, different ads, and testing Facebook ads and solo ads and stuff, and I didn't really track my data. And I spent thousands of dollars and wasted so much time on efforts on things that were not working. And I believed that they were. I thought I was getting traffic, but it turned out I was getting traffic from somewhere completely different. Um, so anyway, I started using this whilst I was using ClickFunnels, and it's fantastic. A really, really great piece of software. It gives you so much information. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but I will stick a link below here if you want to check it out. Then by all means go and check it out. But you don't need that sort of software. As I've just showed you, you can track your data quite easily through, Go High Level if you want to use that. And if you don't, you can use the affiliate centers, the affiliate dashboards for the programs that you're promoting. And if you want to create one custom URL, then you can use Bitly. You can put your URL in there. And again, if you are using ClickFunnels or something like that, and you haven't got many funnels, I can't remember, I think it's about 20 funnels you can get on the $97 account, something like that. If you wanted that and you've only got 3 or 4, then you can still do what I said. You can clone the funnel, you can create a new URL for that, and do it that way. So there's ways and means to do it without having to spend a fortune. But when you get to a stage, you're going to need more data. And that's when the software like Build Redirects come in, and there's loads out there, Click Magic, and there's a load of other ones. So if we shoot over now to Facebook, so I talked about Facebook as a traffic source, and one of my top recommendations. So how would you track your data in this? Well, there's a couple of options. One is you're going to have, as I spoke about before, you're going to have links in your bio, to different offers maybe, or driving monster challenges. Well, you can use that to your advantage, and you can track the clicks through there. You can also put a link in, like I said, you can have a Facebook group, and you can put a link in here. See, my one here is a Bitly link in here, so I can track if people click on that, and I only use that link in there. As I said, you can't break those links on the free version. You can't break them links up any more than once or shorten them links. So that link is only in that image there, or description for that image. So I know if anyone clicks on it, they've clicked on this profile. So you can track whether this is working. Then you've got the other things, as I said, with content. You're going to be creating content, you're going to be putting content out there, and then when you get content, you're going to get messages on the content, and you're going to drive people into Messenger. It's a lot more manual process with using Facebook organic marketing. There's a lot involved, and it takes a lot of time. This is not, like I've said so many times before, it's not a get rich quick scheme. You have to put in a lot of time. If you're not able to put in time, you can still make this work. And I believe that anyone can make affiliate marketing work. If you've got an hour a day, then get started with an hour a day. If you can put in 4 hours a day or 8 hours a day, then obviously you're going to see results a lot quicker. If you can put in the more time you can put in. For me, I have a busy life. I have a family. I've got 3 kids. We're very, very busy, and I can't put in 8 hours a day. It's just not possible for me. I have a lot of other commitments. So you have to decide what works for you. For me, I still am active on Facebook. I wasn't for a little while because I focused more here on YouTube because I enjoy making these videos for you guys. But just remember with this, it's a much more manual process, but you can still track what is working. Again, you can go back through. Some of these are irrelevant because my engagement wasn't very high, but you can go back through your list and you can go and see what ones are you getting high engagement on, what's working, what isn't working, and it's all of this as well is only relevant if you follow the same procedures with building the algorithm ready for organic, for as much organic reach as possible. And I've done another video on that on my channel, so please feel free to check that out. all about organic reach. But if you're doing that and you can see, I've got 192 comments on this, I only got 82 on this. So, you can start comparing that data. The next one is YouTube. Now, this is fantastic. This is where it gets really, really good, because you can track so much, even through your YouTube studio. There's so much analytics in there. You can see your retention times, your click-through rates. There's a whole host of analytics you can see for your videos. The views you're getting, impression, click-through rates. So it's only 2.1%. Honestly, you can see I've only got 25 subscribers at the minute. So it's my channel is very small at the minute, but it's still relevant. You can still use this data. Another great tool as well that I use all the time is TubeBuddy, for a number of different reasons. For using, for keyword research, along with a lot of data and analytics as well. But you can get a lot more data, and it's not such a manual process with YouTube as well. You can really see in real time what is working, what isn't working. And you can, so I don't really publish videos, so yeah, you can really check what, and as your channel grows and your view count starts to increase, then obviously what's going to happen is you're going to get a much more consistent model of what does work and what doesn't. At the minute, for mine, it's very up and down. Some days I get good view rates. Some days it plummets right off. It's just the nature of being a very small channel at the minute. But you can definitely, as it grows, you can definitely implement that data. So you can see here, this gives you the average view duration. So you've got 27%, 36%, 42%. So you can see what videos, how good your retention rate is. It shows you the views over the last 30 days. And it ranks them all in all of the top videos, etc., etc. So I mean, this look 57%, 59%. So these videos are doing pretty well, which is my tutorial, obviously. So anyway, guys, that is what I want to talk to you about today. Please don't ignore this part of the process. I know it's the final bit, and getting everything else set up as well takes time, and you've got to learn the skills to do it. It's not easy. It's very straightforward, and once you get in the flow of it, it becomes very easy. But it takes a lot of time to build those skills, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's going to take you time to start seeing results from the effort that you're putting in. So just bear that in mind. I hope you've enjoyed this training series. I've really enjoyed giving it to you guys, passing on the knowledge that I've learned over the last year or so. And yeah, if you have any questions about what we've talked about, please put it in the comments. Reach out to me on Facebook. There's links below this video to be able to contact me directly. I'll respond to everyone I can. I'll try and get back to everyone as quickly as possible. So yeah, please just ask any questions you have. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.